Will you take the test to find out if you're a person above a certain age, is Equity Ageist, and a fun invitation, a challenge to the Equity General Secretary.
We want our equity back. I want my equity back. Share if you care.
Hello, Chakabatis. Welcome. Thank you for joining me, moi, Nigel Cecil, responding, as I invariably endeavour to do, to you. So firstly, echoing a call from an ever-increasing number of equity members and growing in volume, demanding, we want our equity back. I want my equity back. And secondly, continuing with a question that you kindly sent in for my previous video, asking, is Equity Ageist? And as soon as Hillary heard that we were continuing with this question, Hillary said, Nigel, once again you have to demonstrate where you're biased perhaps. Say where you stand on the age range scale. And Hillary has chosen another little tune for a test. And the tune, the Jacksons, show you the way to go. So if you, like moi, were strutting your stuff on the dance floor and shaking your booty down to the ground in all the disco clubs, then like moi, it's fair to say you are probably a person above a certain age. And Hillary, in choosing this tune, I know what you want me to say. Hillary says, at this current moment in time, there is probably a growing number of equity members who'd like to tell the Equity Council, we'll show you the way to go. Is Equity Ageist? Hillary has also said, well, in the spirit of camaraderie, I ought to challenge the Equity General Secretary, Paul Fleming, to a little bit of a competition. Shall we do that at the end of the video, Hillary? Back to the question. Is Equity Ageist? Equity, the trade union for professional actors, variety entertainers and other creatives across the United Kingdom. And now apparently also the trade union for those who've never worked in showbiz but aspire to be in showbiz. Well, they're all welcome to join. More about that in another video. Is Equity Ageist? Well, following the last video, information has come our way that suggests when it comes to membership and membership levels, for years there was a reward by equity, an acknowledgement that long service, staying with equity throughout your career, should be acknowledged because experience is so valuable within the union. Why? Because you have to know how to survive to gain that experience. So there was always long service membership, a claim to those who'd survived and stayed with equity. But the current council, well, get rid of all that. Someone suggested it's all down to this ideology, progressive radical mantra, where it's better if everyone is a shade of grey. So long service membership has gone, and now all those persons above a certain age, well, who stayed a long time with equity, you're now a subsidised member. Subsidised member. How does that stick with you? Does that smack a little bit of, well, ageism? Dismiss the older members. Long service member, subsidised member. And then the next issue, complaints. Complaints, because for years, complaints within equity, member against member and whatever, well, there were few and far between. But now, with this new council, since they were elected 18 months ago and up for re-election later this year, well, there's been an exponential growth of complaints. Equity bringing complaints against members. And guess what? From the information we've gleaned from social media, it appears all those complaints, this exponential, enormous growth over the past 18 months, they're all targeting members above a certain age. Now, if that's the case, what message does that send out? Is there some ideological driven agenda within equity that wants to dismiss those members above a certain age. Please let me know what you think, because as always, I like to reflect your views. And now, is it competition time? Yes, the Equity General Secretary, well, I think it's fair to say, well, I'm probably twice the General Secretary's age. So, Paul, an invitation. I've got the gear on, you see, because, as they say, when we get older, the flames of the fire may be sort of burning down, but the embers are still hot, and I go to the gym regularly. So, Paul, why don't you meet me in the gym? Come up here, we'll have a little bit of fun, and I bet I can give you a run for your money. That'll be fun, won't it, Hilary? In fact, to prove it, join me now for a quick 45 seconds resume of moi in the gym. Camaraderie Fun Challenge. Will the Equity General Secretary join moi? But in the meantime, until you join me again, a happy Easter holidays to everyone.
We want our equity back. I want my equity back. Share if you care.